From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Tuesday, November 15th, 2016. Silver is trading at $16.93 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,226 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 0.89 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $714. Antiwar.com reports prosecutors from the International Criminal Court on Monday revealed that the results of a preliminary probe have suggested the U.S. likely committed war crimes during the operation of Afghanistan, saying the probe suggested troops and the CIA tortured at least 61 detainees. The United States government has made a point of not becoming a member of the ICC, specifically to try to prevent American personnel from facing legal repercussions for war crimes. The ICC, however, has jurisdiction in this case because Afghanistan is a member and the torture itself happened on Afghan soil. The report said the evidence suggests that the torture was not the abuses of a few isolated individuals, but rather a part of a systematic U.S. approach of mistreating detainees to try to extract actionable intelligence from them. The report added that secondary investigations are also ongoing related to CIA torture in Poland, Romania, and Lithuania. Such preliminary probes are obviously just the first step and are meant to determine if there is enough evidence and a legal basis for jurisdiction to launch a full-scale investigation. While Afghanistan obviously gives them jurisdiction, it is not clear if they will move forward. That's because the ICC will also have to establish that the war criminals are not being prosecuted for their crimes at home, and they are still seeking to get all the details of all the court-martial cases and the like the U.S. has conducted. Even then, the ICC has never gone on to launch a full investigation in any place but Africa so far, and the international body may be loath to move from prosecuting Tuareg rebels in Mali to trying to go after CIA torture masters. When her plush and comfy life suddenly and unexpectedly fell apart, Brooke and her dog Cloud set out to defy the odds. If this is a man's world, as they say, living on the streets is no place for a young woman. One day she awoke in the redwood forest and realized she had become a hobo, and would ultimately come to know exactly what it means to survive. How to Be a Hobo by Brooke Willett is available from Amazon.com and all major bookstores. UPI reports attorneys representing plaintiffs in the civil class action lawsuit against Trump University said on Monday they want to go ahead with the trial this month, even if they don't get any additional testimony from the president-elect himself. The trial is scheduled to begin November 28th, but Trump's lawyers have asked the legal proceeding to be delayed because the businessman is presently busy with White House transition efforts. They have asked it to be postponed until after the January 20th inauguration. Plaintiffs filed a motion with the court in San Diego on Monday expressing concern that a delay could give way to even more delays as Trump becomes involved in the day-to-day workload the President of the United States must bear. A defense motion filed Saturday said Trump needs to devote all of his time and attention to the transition process. Former Trump University students sued in 2010 alleging they lost tens of thousands of dollars after being misled about the real estate education they were to receive. At a hearing on Thursday, U.S. District Judge Gonzalo Curiel encouraged the parties to settle and said he was unlikely to delay the start of the trial. Trump, though, has previously refused to settle the case, but one of his lawyers said the circumstances have now changed. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel on Monday reaffirmed Chicago's status as a haven for immigrants fearing deportation for entering the United States illegally a day after President-elect Donald Trump vowed to expel as many as 3 million immigrants he said have criminal records. Emanuel's words of reassurance to undocumented immigrants in the country's third-largest municipality followed a similar pledge last week from the mayors of New York and Los Angeles to maintain their designation as sanctuary cities. Rahm Emanuel said at a news conference, "You are safe in Chicago, you are secure in Chicago, and you are supported in Chicago. This is a city of inclusion." The sanctuary city movement has been embraced in nearly 40 U.S. cities where local police have made it a policy to refrain from checking the immigration status of individuals under arrest and sharing that information with federal authorities who could act to deport them. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.